All right, sweet.
All right, you have a good day.
Thank you. All right, I have no idea how to fish down south. My girlfriend did 2 casts while I'm waiting to start fishing, setting up my stuff. Shows me right up and catches a bass right off the bat. But we're in Georgia for the day while we wait to go down to the Everglades, and we got a bunch of rods and a whole bunch of lures and kind of just want a few bass. Alright, time to see what this down south is all about. You just leave all the stuff? There we go. Hooked up. All right, this is my first fish of the day. Oh, one small step for man, one big step for New England angler. Taking on. All right, let's see how we're gonna get this guy up here. He's not huge, so. Yeah, there we go. First fish for me of the trip. Got a nice healthy largemouth here. Cannot beat that. Got them on the Senko right here. I was talking to a local and he told me come in this cove, they're all spawning in here. And this guy, he is healthy and chunky. So take this right out of his lip. First fish, can't beat that. Get him on back in the water. Boom. The wind's just starting to die down, which is nice. There we go. Doesn't seem oh, there you go. He's pulling a little bit. Whoa, I have no clue how big this guy is. Digging himself in the dirt. It's all wrapped up. Is there even a fish on here? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh no, he's gone. What? He popped off right at the bank. That fish like buried himself right into the weeds. He did not want to come up at all. But who cares? There we go. Hooked up again. This is the third fish in this little cove. He does not seem big, but numbers is what we're after. We're figuring out the bite here down south. We're figuring it out. Not a big guy, little pipsqueak, but we'll get him back in the water. Seems to be, I'm gonna sit in this cove for the next 30 minutes or until whenever sun sets and hopefully get a good amount of fish today. This guy's got a little parasite on him, kind of gross, but get him back in the water. Sploosh. Some shiners. We're ready to go get some fish. All right, so I have no clue what I'm even doing here, and I'm just trying to get a peacock bass. We're just gonna be fishing the I-75 canal. It's kind of just been a bucket list thing of mine, so we're just gonna go up the strip today. It's about a 2-hour ride the whole way, so we're gonna stop every 15 minutes or so and find a new spot. And we got like 3.5 hours of daylight. So the first spot, we already drove by it. It says no public fishing, so I guess technically my grandma that doesn't exist lives here in Florida. It says there's a bunch of snakes and alligators, so peacock bass, that sounds worth it to me. I'm gonna be the go-to. So what the hell I'm even doing today? So we'll start out, we're just told grab some shiners from any tackle store and just have at it. This pond on Fish Brain says it's loaded with peacock bass, so it's kind of a bucket list fish. So we can get one of those, I'll be happy. It is what should be Florida's spawning time, so kind of looking around for beds and stuff, but I don't really know what to look for. What is that bird? New England brain can't comprehend like the weird things. There's coconuts in the water and stuff. It's too much going on. There we go. Hooked up. I have no idea what this is. It could be anything, considering this is Florida. Let's see. What is this? Oh, it's a gar. It's a gar. Alright, this is the first time I've ever caught one of these. Hopefully I can land it. Did he just pop off? No, he's still on there. I think it's a gar. I don't know how to get this thing in. Alright, that's definitely one of those. Oh, there it goes. Wow, that was definitely different. Well, I didn't quite get to hold that guy, but we could add that to the species list. I caught a gar. So, first stop so far. We have one fish. That's not bad. I'm gonna throw our line back out there. That thing fought pretty good. I had no clue like how to even get it up because he was all tangled in the weeds and he was wrapped around something, so I couldn't tell if he was on. But the second he came to the shore, the hook popped right out of his mouth, so I didn't really know how to handle that thing anyway, so we're kind of happy. Oh, something on there again. I think so, at least. I set my rod down for 4 seconds. Yeah, we got another fish. No, he came off. All right, let's see. Oh. Oh. That's like the second fish that we lost right at the bank. I just had a largemouth right here. Jesus. This is by far the most beautiful place I've ever fished in my entire life. You have this pond right here, still clear water. You have a whole other one right there, all these trails, and there's not a single person around. After seeing this spot, I mean, yes, it's been 3 hours and I haven't landed one fish, but oh my God, we're definitely coming back here tomorrow. This is the craziest fishing spot I've ever seen in my entire life. There we go. Nothing huge, but there we go. I'll take that. All right, first Florida largemouth. He is very, very tiny, but hopefully we can get this guy back in the water without an alligator or something eating him. I crushed the Senko, but we're gonna put him back in the water. Not what you come to Florida for, but super tiny. All right, another bass is already coming in for the Senko. Here we go. Again, legit, this place is just like fishing. Oh my God, oh, it plopped off. All right, I can't even be mad. But like that's somehow like the 4th fish today that I've like lost. That one was a bit bigger. There's got to be bigger kicking around. There we go. I don't know what this fish is. Oh my God, it's fighting like hell. What is this? Oh, this thing is insane. Oh. Okay, I don't know if this thing has teeth or not, or if I can touch it, but I think this is one of those Oscars. Whatever this thing is, I forget if they're Oscars or the Maiad cichlids. I believe this is an Oscar, but they fight like hell, and the colors on these things, they're super pretty. And this is the first one I've ever caught, so I'm pretty excited about this. I don't think I can put my hands in his mouth, because if you look, he's got these like very sharp razor teeth, and that's why I grabbed these right off the bat. I wasn't even playing around with that. But first 3 hours in Florida, we knocked 2 species right off the bat, and the fact that we got all week to where we can do that. But all right, I'm gonna get this guy back in the water. He's so pretty. He's such a pretty looking fish, and it fought way harder than like any bass of this size would have. There he goes.